Uh-oh.
All of
Uh-oh.
that. No.
There
Man,
we go. Now we can hear you.
Just imagine I said something awesome just then. Yeah.
That's good. I liked it. Awesome.
Yeah. I think I said awesome.
Well, I think it is off some other shit because we got the awesome stuff here. Brian, welcome to Happy Hour. Joined as always by the invisible wife, Bonnie.
Hello, I'm truly invisible.
Indeed.
Yeah. How did we do last night? You watched it at home.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a very special episode, and I know we're like a comedy podcast, but I think it's important to have texture, and that you guys are more real and more interesting because you did a great job listening and having Owen on to share his experiences. I thought was great.
I think part of it is I'm a big believer well, here, let me rephrase this. When I was trying to do comedy poorly, I was realizing that the biggest lesson I realized was that it wasn't that I couldn't outright a joke that didn't land with the audience, right? That the audience is a huge part of it. This is a relationship between the person who is putting out the idea and those that are receiving it. And if you're not receiving it, if they're not receiving it, if they don't understand it,
Mm-hmm.
then it is just going to be, it's going to fail, right? And so I kind of perceived, obviously, I mean, the world and our audience is a part of that they weren't really in the mood for a lot of yucks, right?
Well,
And so
exactly.
it just seemed like the way to go. Now, what happened, that's a side of Owen I don't know if I've ever seen. And I've had like weighty conversations with that guy, but that was a different Odocta.
And not only that, but the restraint that he showed, I think, is significant in two ways. One, in that it underlined how serious he was taking this. For a guy who loves, hey, I don't care, whatever, fuck everything, it's me, Owen J.J. Stone. But I felt his emotion about it, but also I appreciated his patience in very carefully, slowly explaining stuff to two dumb white guys.
Yeah.
Like which I feel like we needed, and maybe more of our audience than we would care to admit needed it as well.
Yeah, and for whatever for the reasons that he laid out, not whatever reasons, there's something different here.
Mm-hmm.
There's something different in the way that people are reacting, different that white people are reacting to this. And I was glad to see him kind of put voice as to why he believes it and what he believes can be done. And having spent the last 6 hours researching police brutality, the role of cops, and some of the changes that can be made, let me just say, some of the stuff he was talking about, I've done more research into. It's going to be on PX3 today. I think that there is an element of this that is so widespread across all party lines. Like the issue that I found specifically, is like the Jacobin, which is like the socialist, the kind of leading socialist magazine right now, and the Cato Institute have the same opinion on this thing about cops, and they have for decades. And let me make sure that I get the name right here. Qualified immunity. Are you familiar with qualified immunity, Brian?
No.
Basically, it's a thing. It was a Supreme Court decision in the late 60s that superseded what had been there before, which is Section 1983, saying that any state official who violates your rights as a citizen must be held liable for that. In the late 60s, that was replaced with the fact that it had to also violate clearly established law. So unless the cop violated your civil rights that have already been codified in another lawsuit
Ooh.
against the police, the court can say, "Yep, your rights were violated. Too bad that it didn't violate something for which has already been violated." Like,
Yeah.
and it just goes away. It's just qualified immunity for police officers and state officials, but police officers most notably.
And that's where the
this
role of
is-
judges is so important. And we're seeing the Supreme Court get an overhaul. So that's an interesting.
Well, and again, this is like the Cato Institute, which, if you're not familiar, is the driver of a lot of conservative and libertarian thought. They run a website called like Tarnish Shield or something like that. And the farthest, the like ACAB, defund police, fuck all cops crowd are like, yes, no, this is a major problem.
Mhm.
If you don't have any accountability, there's no way that you get the coverage. There's no way that you have the reason for cops to, like, why do cops think they're above the law? As it turns out, they literally are.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so afraid to speak extemporaneously on this subject, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I just feel like everything is landmines, and I'm just gonna screw it up.
We can move off it. The only reason why I feel comfortable speaking on it is that literally I've like written 4 scripts, because the show today on PX3 is just going to be me monologuing. So because, as you mentioned, Brian, it's hard to speak extemporaneously on this because you're afraid the next thing you say, everything I've written has been scripted on PX3 with no guest and reviewed within an inch of its life before I hit publish by the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I certainly feel you there. We can move on from it, but I was very happy to have Owen on.
Yeah, and I suppose I don't know. I was proud of us for making the audible, like, this is such a cowardly thing. Like, I was proud of us for defying the mob mentality of what you need to do is shut the hell up and not do a show today. Like, how easy would that have been for us to do? To say we're doing the brave thing, which is not do a show.
Well, I think it does get to an idea that kind of has been going around today and yesterday, which is like, what is doing something? What is doing something? Like, okay, like what, if we're at a point now where whether or not it affects the amount of protesters out there, it certainly affects a lot of us, that there's ain't shit else to do.
Mhm.
You are anything that is pressing now is pressing on a level that it isn't normally, because how else are you going to distract yourself? How else are you going to just have a distraction dance in front of you? So there's, to me, I would feel better being uncomfortable and learning a lesson in public, because that's kind of how we've lived our lives, than I would, especially crowing about like, look at us, we didn't do a thing. Isn't that great for us? Especially when like I see a bunch of like actual activists saying like, I don't know who started this blackout shit. Like, nobody really knows how the blackout shit got going, but it did, and that's where we are.
I think it's the same way as the OK symbol getting corrupted.
Well, I mean, let's explore the alternate universe where we deeply regret having gone live last night.
Yeah.
like, what would that have looked like?
Oh God. I mean, it would have been us being awful. I mean, this I actually don't feel comfortable talking about, because that like there's like that gets us into the position where we're saying the thing that we would have said that would have got us in trouble, and now we get ourselves in trouble for saying the thing.
I mean, not that we said something different, but that somehow we had the sense last night that it was better to show up than not show up. We happen to live in the timeline where showing up was a fine thing to do, and we learned a lot, and I'm proud of all of us. what is the timeline where we show up in the same spirit and say the same things, and somehow it turns out to be a terrible thing?
It wouldn't have got to us going live. It would have been Bryce putting it in the Discord, and the Discord saying flatly, like, what the fuck? No, God, no. What are you doing? Stop it. You should not go live. It's a mistake. I won't be watching. And if you're hardcores, if our Discord crowd is like, fuck that, no content. I'm in a Discord, for fuck's sake, trying to connect with the community and get more content, echoing content from this content that you guys create, and I want none of it. If it was like that, I feel like Bryce would have gotten back to us, and at that point we would have been like, oh, okay, look, if the audience, if our hardcores don't want us, then that's something that we very rarely go against our hardcores. And our biggest internal community peril has been when we've had to make hard choices around that. So I feel like we would have steered. I don't think we would have gotten to going live. It would have stopped there.
Hmm.
Yeah, not for nothing. Those were big numbers last night among our biggest of live viewership. I didn't not notice those.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that there was, and it was big viewership across the board. I was looking at, I know Double Toasted was fucking, I mean, they've been crushing it, but they were certainly crushing it yesterday. And I think that's, I mean, among the voices that I think you want to hear during a crisis that affects Black America, Corey and Martin are, in literally different registers and tones, exactly the voices that I would want to hear. And I was happy that we could bring Owen, who doesn't normally have that kind of platform, to speak to everybody that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I went to Diamond Club TV, right? To watch
I've
the
heard
show.
Of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't click on the live show there. So that was a little flawed. Like usually it's airing, right?
Let me go to Diamond.
Are we literally just discussing the biggest thing that was our community that, shattered our community briefly?
What?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been to diamondclub.tv.
Oh, yeah. I'm going there now. It says, welcome to
operation.
Diamond Club. Why not watch something live? So it looks like politics is the easiest to click on thing.
And then everything else is past shows.
I haven't done a video version of that in months.
Huh.
Okay.
One show's live right now. Politics.
Yeah. So I just thought I would mention that when I went there was nothing.
No. I think that has not been the destination for a while.
Okay. Well, new to me. So then,
although no,
I found it on Twitch.
Yeah, there's happy hours.
Yeah, the happy hours.
It was a happy hour from about a month ago.
But the live stuff.
Yeah, no,
isn't
that's
working.
okay. So that's a YouTube embed. No,
so we are going to Twitch for the live show, right?
We have for several years, and it was a big ugly thing in our community. Yes.
Okay. I'm so glad I can bring the controversy to our show today. We thought the controversy was over, but no, Bonnie's bringing it. She's really hip to the times.
Why are you picking this wound?
I'm sorry. It got lost on me. I apologize to everybody. I raised 3 children, and I'm married to Brian.
It's okay.
There's a lot going on, but I love you guys. I show up on the show. So.
It is.
Anyways, okay. Whoops-a-doodle.
Yeah, man. Other than that, is it hot down there? It's hot. It's hot again today. It's hot too.
Yeah.
Not too temperature hot here.
It's just got that nice. I got in my car and my glasses fogged up. It's one of those humid days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was like, wee, here we are. It's steamy.
June in Texas is always tricky because like it seduces you into thinking like, it'll be fine. It'll be a little bit warm. It's gonna be summer, right? Right? Yeah, it's fine. And then July shows up. You're like, hey, it's me. Sorry, I'm summer. Here to bring the heat. And then August is like, hey, don't worry. I swear it's not gonna be that hot for that much longer. Then September shows up, and it's just like, oh, I'm sorry. Did August tell you that? Well, good news. It's definitely not going to be hot after me. And then October shows up, and I'm like, you're an asshole, October.
Yeah.
October?
October.
At
yeah.
some
You're
point,
the
at some
asshole.
point, stop being a dick, October. You
Yeah.
knew it. I don't know where you were hanging out before. If you were in the months club, the months of the month club, and you were all just talking and you were spreading. At this point, it's been going on a little too long. So wait, it didn't calm down. It didn't cool down until November.
Yeah. Well, except there is the one cold front because, as a mom, you're shopping for costumes that the kids won't drop over dead from heat stroke. So you buy the princess outfit that doesn't have sleeves. And then winter comes for October 31st, and then it's gone the next day. So there's one cold day. It's October 31st. It's rainy and freezy. And, you still go get your candy, though.
Yeah. Get that candy. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I wonder how that's going to be affected.
Oh, yeah. That's not going to happen.
No.
You know, they slingshots. You can just slingshot.
Hold on. Of all of the holidays, you're saying the one that is going to be most affected is the one where literally everybody's already wearing masks. That's going to be the one that somehow crumbles underneath the COVID crisis.
That's a really good point. I don't know.
Is it no sexy cop outfits this year? You think? No?
Maybe
no sexy cops?
The nurse's outfit.
Nurse, double the sexy nurses.
Yeah.
Double the sexy nurses.
That's right.
What would a sexy cop outfit?
Oh, it's just fitted men's gear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
Wait,
of
have you
playing
never
on-
seen a sexy cop? Sexy
Oh,
cops are
yeah.
like the canonical sexy Halloween outfit.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, like it
The
feels like
Cal-
this year has earned a little bit more of an apology baked into the costume.
Oh.
I would like
what's
to.
the
I'm gonna
apology?
pull the emergency brake on this bit.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to do a sexy version of a modern idea of a cop.
Yeah.
Let's-
Yeah. Off ramp.
Fair enough.
No, it's the sexy nurses, and they're all, doing their sexy nurse thing.
Sexy PPE. I did see
Yeah.
something very early into the coronavirus crisis where it was it's like when you have to do some coronavirus stuff, but you got to have your club shift at 10, and it was the lady in like a full hazmat suit, and as she went doing like a stripper thing, and as she like went around the pole, it was just her butt that was cut out of the hazmat suit as she like kind of circled around the pole.
Oh, that's so funny. Even better would be like if it was like had this plastic overlay to it, so then like the
I don't
butt
know.
cheeks
It might
press
have.
up
It
against
might have.
it,
Yeah,
and you
it
just
was
get that
still-
like
it was-
shower thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, the shower things should be back in because then they're enclosed, and then you can have like
Now,
people
hold
showering on stage.
Is
you
it-
know how
is
clean
it-
is that fun?
Is it illegal for you to wear a full-on hazmat suit that is 100% clear and you're just full-on naked on the inside? Like, are you clothed?
Somebody did this in Russia. There
Woo!
was some nurse. If you want to Google, like,
Well, can we do that?
no, she wasn't naked. She was wearing like a bra, but it became a international controversy. If I was reading about it,
Yeah.
but yeah, she had a transparent nursing PPE, and so she was just an attractive young lady in her underwear taking care of the COVID.
Well,
people.
you got to give people a reason to win.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, reason to live.
National hero.
What a picture! What a picture!
National
with that old
hero.
man in the back. The old man in the
old
back with the
man.
eyes on the ham.
Yeah, he is. He's like, you know what? I am going to make it through. I love this for the senior citizen route. Like, if you're taking care of old men like him, he's 80. You might as well make your rounds in that outfit.
Oh, stop it. No, Bonnie, you don't want that. You
Why?
don't want old man strength. You want to get these old men all horned up. They'll still go after it. And they got and now you got to throw them off you. And it's not just like, now they break a hip because they're going after it.
That's a really good point. I forget that generation doesn't show their restraint. So
Oh, I don't care.
yeah,
Oh,
they really
geez.
don't, right? You're
They're
right.
like, oh, you are a brassy dame, ain't you? Nice stems. And it just starts.
Gambling Man says Joe Biden looks really happy in this pic.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. Well, she's wearing a bikini, so it's not bra and undies. It's a bikini.
Is that a bikini?
That's what it says.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
I mean, it could be
Yeah.
whatever it is.
I mean, it says bra and panties.
Well, somebody else said bikini.
It's 6 of 1, right?
Yeah, right. That's hilarious.
Hero, right?
Hero.
This lady
Yeah.
She is.
in Tula, Russia.
Yeah.
She's the hero Tula, Russia deserves.
Mm-hmm.
Guy looks hungry.
Yeah, he does. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else. I mean, this year's been so screwed up. I don't even know what the modern. Oh, I guess Tiger King will be a big Halloween thing. People will be doing a lot of Tiger King outfits.
Without a doubt. Now, Justin,
Yes.
what do
Bonnie.
you think the odds are? We're going to have our elections and we're going to have our
I don't know
Our
where this is
debate
going. I'm
coming
already
up.
thrilled. Keep going.
we're going to have our debates coming up and everything. But like, do they
Justin, there's going to be debates. I don't know if you know
There are.
this.
Right.
Also, there's going to be elections.
Yes.
This is me, Bonnie's front
here.
man.
I'm here to confirm both.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We let my client speak.
Thank you. Over under, it's several months off.
Over or under? It's several months off, Justin. Don't you dodge this question. My client has been very specific on it. You talk politics, you talk on the internet, over or under? Sorry, you were saying.
I was saying, do they mention
Do
police reform?
yes. Don't dodge the question, Justin.
Over,
Do they
under,
mention-
Do they mention police reform?
Also, let me just
Yeah,
put
the
this back on
sexy-
there. Go
yeah,
ahead.
sexy
Sorry.
Yeah.
PPE.
Do they mention reform?
Because I have to always mention it. That's not an over under, but
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's not an over under. An over under is like how many questions? 2.5 questions.
No, but
then
the
when they
over
mention...
is her boobies and the under is these panties.
The
Well,
over
that's
is
a
the
really
PPE.
good point.
Am I missing
Uh,
something?
Okay, so will they mention police reform? Yes, they will. Although, the one way that you don't go broke these days is by betting something bigger will come along tomorrow.
Oh, that's a
Because
good point.
just when we start thinking about the biggest thing that was going to happen. Oh my God. In Iowa, the fact that the Iowa caucus screwed up so bad that they might not exist. That's going to be the biggest thing. Not even the biggest thing that month. A pandemic. It can't be bigger than a pandemic. It can't be bigger. This sexy Russian nurse. Oh my God. Sweeping the country. Now these massive protests and riots and everything. This has got to be it. The one way you don't go broke is betting. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, Josie came to me and she goes, "There's going to be a lot of cicadas this year." And I'm like, "Oh, we're queuing up for next year, for our next thing." So apparently it's going to be unprecedented bugs.
Oh no, Bonnie, we've already gone over this.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think
Brian is.
We've
Brian-
already
I get-
declared war on this one.
Oh, really?
Brian has an old beef that we've been able to retrofit
I have
into
not heard this.
into what I might say is an epic. Well, actually, this is an insane. Well, actually, because do you remember Brian complaining about the what is it? Tree gang?
The tree
thing?
gang, yeah. Team trees.
Team trees. Do you remember Brian complaining about team trees?
When was this? Like how long
20
ago?
minutes ago.
Oh. No, I don't.
So
remember.
there was a YouTuber named Mr. Beast who.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Never mind.
Team
I
trees,
gotcha.
right?
I gotcha. Yeah.
Guess what comes with team trees? Team cicadas. So when everybody's freaking out about cicadas, we can blame one person who has boldly claimed how many trees he has caused to be planted, which means we can boldly throw in his face the exact number of cicadas the world is being annoyed with.
Yes.
Thank you,
So
Mr. Cicadas. The only beast is the cicadas.
Those are awful. They make
Cicada click is more like it.
They make the summer hotter, like that nurse, but in a bad way.
So yeah, apparently the only way that you can keep cicadas away is by not planting trees 2 years before they are scheduled to arrive.
So he planted them 2 years?
They might have. What we're saying is it's a reasonable question to ask. Did Mr. Beast supercharge this cicada season?
And also,
Oh, Jesus.
which is worse? Causing all the cicadas, or on top of that, telling everybody to shame everybody who wasn't participating in his weird cicada apocalypse scheme? I think it's fucked up.
Well, I mean, certainly the voice of a supervillain, like to come in and be like
Real beast.
Yeah, to manipulate people into organizing for his master plan. I'm the cicada master. Do you think he shows up and flies around and with his buzzing? He rides the buzzes that cicadas.
No. He denies that he has anything to do with it. We've seen this Batman movie. You know, he's like, you raised a cicada. I planted them.
Hey, wait, hold on. Amon or Rester says Beast is 20 years old. You think he'd think of that? Wait a minute. When was the last cicada thing?
I think he might be. He might
Is that
be
around 20 years ago?
They come in waves. So
20 years. It does track.
Interesting.
Huh.
Interesting.
Huh.
All
right.
I think he
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm just asking questions. I think it's a reasonable question to ask. Is he in league with the cicadas? I don't know. I don't know, Brian. I don't know. So you speaking of YouTube, you guys just did your last Modern Rogue episode for the big storyline. You did a Modern Rogue storyline, right?
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out where to go next with it, because like what I want to do is take all three and package them up and like I don't know.
Can you explain for people who haven't watched any of them just what you guys did?
Sure. We're trying to figure out a way for something to be emotionally connected but physically distant. And so what we did was essentially like a puzzle room on our own property. And truly, it's an amazing feat and accomplishment from Jason Murphy. It's broken into 3 20-minute segments. And the question is like, well, is that how it should live? Because like you look at the Phantom Menace review, I think it's 7 parts and it's like 90 minutes long or whatever. I don't believe that they've ever assembled everything into just like one coherent, cogent, journey. But I kind of do want to do that for this, and we're trying to figure out like, well, does it live on another channel? Does it live on the same channel? I don't know.
I think it should live on the same channel, and you should do a special edition and just put unnecessary CGI into it.
Okay, hold on. Keep going. I'm listening.
I'm just saying, like, you just do like, oh, it's the special edition. Back when we created this series, so many weeks ago, the Zeta provocation, we had to use the technology that was available to us at the time. So
got
what
it.
we
So
really
we do
it
the
didn't-
special edition.
it didn't capture my original vision, and so we're releasing a full and complete situation, but with new enhanced CGI effects to make it even better, and you just use that as
Pretty
an
good.
excuse, whether or not you put in actual CGI effects. That's what you say.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
I'm trying to get Brian to commit to, you know how X-Files had the Black Ooze episodes?
Yep.
I want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
I want to see a weird thread show up throughout the you know, like every now and then you get one that adds to that
Yeah.
arcing
The
storyline.
mythos.
That mythos.
It's just like I will provide the voice for no charge in just a stock CGI armadillo from like the video toaster in like 1997, like just like the blockiest, shittiest like character you have, and it's just like, hey Brian, I'm gonna go get a pack of smokes. See you later, and just never shows up for the rest of it. But that's the only.
And that's
change.
the only thing that changes. Like
That's
that's
the
the
only thing that
only
changes.
addition to the whole
And,
thing.
and then you just take a totally out of context thing of you just nodding. And I go, I'll take that nod as an okay. We acknowledge each other. See you later.
Dude, I'm down. 100% in. Ugh.
But the finale is doing gangbusters, huh?
No. What's funny is like the first two episodes did really well. What, 97K and 92K for the intro. But the problem with finales is they tend to, you know.
Require other people watching the first two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And so now it's like, okay, what can we do to kind of goose this to get everybody up there? And it's like, here's, you know, maybe what we do is repost it as all three of them in one.
Well, I think it's great what you guys did. It's really, really hard to create that kind of content, and it sounds like you guys did shit that your audience really loves.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you look at, let me see, the I don't want to see an ad. 99% thumbs up. The other one is 99.5% thumbs up, and then the other one is 90.4% thumbs up. Anyway, yeah, people definitely seem to really dig him.
Well, that is awesome. I'm proud of you guys. That's definitely a big uphill thing to do, track to run.
Yeah. Almost as uphill as trying to do a comedy show on a day that the internet declared nobody should be doing anything live.
Well,
that was weird.
I mean, parts of it. I mean, the internet does a lot of things.
I mean, the internet was like, I dare you to go live right now because we're going to tear you apart. It's me, the internet.
The internet.
I don't know. I mean, I think that it's there's a lot of stuff going on. Like there's no other way to put it. Like this is a crazy time, and everyone's looking for something to do, and conversely, everyone's looking for people that aren't doing it. You know,
I know.
like everyone wants to play police. Well,
Yeah.
maybe that's a wrong phrase.
I think it's the right phrase.
Synchronicity was a good album.
I do.
Is that controversial to say?
Wait, Synchronicity?
Yeah, it was a police album.
I know, but was it controversial?
No. The
It was
police
by
album.
the Police. You know, it's Sting and Stuart Copeland
I lost
and
it.
Never
the
mind.
other
That was
guy.
one of the few DVDs that I bought and I listened to.
They were on
my cool-
timandclub.tv.
Ah. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah.
So you guys are pros, right? Like at presenting things?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Maybe.
Totally.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
I get to
100%.
do a presentation by Zoom today. So
Sorry, by Zune?
by Zoom.
Squirt it. Squirt the
Zoom.
presentation.
What's that?
It's a Zoom joke. So you're doing a thing on Zoom.
Yep.
What are you presenting?
I am showing my technique for making these tall thin vessel forms in clay. So if you've ever been to BonnieBrushwood.com and saw my fine art, then that's the stuff I'm sharing with the local clay organization. I was supposed to do it in April, and then the world got weird. And so now I'm doing it now. And
so how can everybody join?
Well, nobody
Or can they?
can. I mean, you guys don't want to come because it's clay. I mean, it's a
What are you,
long
just
demonstration
bragging?
about clay. Huh? No, I am nervous because I'm having to do. I feel like because I'm hosting the show, I thought I was going to have Bryce help me, and he was going to do his Bryce thing, and then I was going to sit over here and just talk, and then by virtue of not failing with the Zoom, I would look okay. But now I'm going to have to fumble with Zoom and do my talk. But at least the he did a beautiful compilation of my presentation that I pre-recorded. Like the demo part's been pre-recorded and edited, and that's cool. So
Nice.
yeah.
So when do you do it? Are you nervous?
Yeah, I am. It's tonight, and it's like we're having a watch party, and then it'll be just question and answers, and everybody's going to talk about how weird stuff is. Are you saying I'm dumb, Brian? Is that
No,
what you're trying
I'm just
to
saying
say?
put this in your back pocket. Whenever you start to feel uninteresting, just say like, sorry, this is breaking news, and then you cut over.
It's
No,
not
I'm not
looking
gonna do
good
that.
as far as getting into more schools. That's one of the reasons I'm out. Early on, we were getting into a lot of schools. Now we're barely getting into any.
Just give us a little bit of a preview. I'm going to step out of the way and kind of just show us what you do
Yeah.
when you're at the
Just keep saying like breaking news. I'm sorry, and then you just cut over to case stress. That's all you got to do.
I don't know. I don't know if we actually did the breakdown, but how did the girls react to finding out that Colin Robinson was case Strauss?
Oh, yeah, we talked about it. And then Brian, you had a brilliant plan, but Brian did not stick to the plan. He just came out and he goes, hey, guys, guess what?
What was my plan?
Well, like we had talked about it. And like the ultimate way to get people to realize it is to show case Strauss and then just wait for them to realize
Oh yeah.
the connection. But he couldn't handle it.
But no. Actually, what happened is I was like, hey, do you remember this old case stress? Take a look at this. And it's like I hit play, and within seconds, Josie was like, wait. And it was that finality of
Yeah.
somebody who has already figured out this trick before you even tried to start performing.
So
it.
so she nailed it.
Nailed it instantly. She was
That's
just
amazing.
like, wait. and it's like there was nothing to be gained after that.
Oh, okay. It sounded different to me. I was in a different room, so
Yeah.
I thought you just like go ta-da. But if Josie is really good at that.
I mean, she was the one who figured out that Matt Berry was in Moon.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact, let me see if I can find that scene because I still.
They to answer your question, Justin, they were delighted and laughed and giggled. They thought it was amazing, and they were like, "He's just playing the same character."
That's so funny.
So it was super cute.
Is this the Bell residence?
This is the Bell residence. Could you call back? There's something wrong with the picture.
I'm trying to reach Tess Bell.
I'm sorry, she passed away some years ago.
Wait, this doesn't have Matt Berry in it.
What?
Just a sad ass moment from Moon. Ooh.
Aww. Was it Moon or was it one of the other?
Yeah, no,
movies?
that's what made it so weird is we're watching Moon, and then she's like, what we do in the shadows? It's so funny. And I'm
Oh,
like,
he
wait,
was
there's
like the
nothing
voice
funny.
of the robot or the.
No.
No,
That
that's
was-
the guy that we can't talk about anymore.
Yeah, who's been totally canceled. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, oops.
Yeah, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about the other movie he was in, and we certainly can't talk about his first big movie because that movie now we can't even talk about the director. So there's just so much we can't talk about.
Wait.
Oh, you're not kidding.
I need a spreadsheet. Can people put together the spreadsheet? So, I mean, I guess we're putting
Just start
everything
saying
in
a word. Just start saying a word, and then I'll scream over you if you can't say it.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
guess
just
we have
start
the locked
saying an
box,
actor.
the forbidden
Yeah.
box, right?
Yeah,
And it's all this content of.
exactly.
Okay, I got it.
So yeah, you can't talk about any of that.
All
It's
right.
bad.
I think I saw somebody say it's Kevin.
No, no, wait, no. Kevin who? Kevin who? James, King of Queens. Are we talking about King of Queens? We can talk about
We
King of
can talk
Queens.
about
Nothing wrong with
that.
King of Queens.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean
Keep going.
The wife left Scientology, right?
Oh.
Kevin Hart.
Keep
Oh,
going.
well, actually,
I can't
Kevin
see any of my
Hart.
glasses.
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
Borderline. Costner. Costner.
What about
Kevin
Maybe.
Smith?
Bacon,
Kevin Smith.
Sure.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin
about
Smith.
Bacon?
Excellent. Great story. Bacon. Great story.
Bacon?
Bacon. Fantastic story.
Oh,
Kevin
Kevin
McAllister. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm not even sure who that is.
That's the Home Alone character.
Oh, okay. See, Richardson? Kevin Richardson? I don't know. I don't know who those.
I don't know. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm Googling to see
Yeah,
whether
right?
or not you're allowed to talk about.
Nobody wants to go on the record on this one.
All right. Apparently, he's
We'll
the
get-
Lion Whisperer, South African YouTube personality. Nope. Kevin Richardson, controversy.
Controversy.
Let's
Kevin
just
Kline.
see.
Kevin Kline? And his line he's the clothing stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Calvin
Kevin Kline. Is
Kline.
the actor.
Oh, Calvin Kline.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But I like Kevin Kline as.
Kevin Kline, Dave, In and Out.
Yep.
Many fine films. Kevin Kline.
Mm.
Calvin Kline once got so high at a Knicks game, he just wandered onto the court and started talking to one of the players.
Please tell me that's true.
For real. Google Calvin Kline Knicks game.
That
Oh
used
no,
to be
shit! Tommy Hilfiger.
controversial.
Tommy Hilfiger. It was Tommy Hilfiger. It wasn't Calvin Klein. It was Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, okay.
Tommy Hilfiger got so fucking high, he just wandered onto the court and started talking to one of the players.
Yeah. So let's talk about edibles
my
again.
God.
Don't do the edibles all at once.
Well, where videos?
Oh no, yeah. Knicks. All right, here. Let's see if I can find it. Tommy Hilfiger on court Knicks.
Oh my gosh.
Shit, now I gotta find this. I remember it was a thing.
Oh, he's probably
Maybe
had
it
that
was Calvin
stricken
Klein.
from the record, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Here we go.
New York
Calvin.
Knicks. She got game.
It was Calvin Klein. No, was it? Yes, it was. It was Calvin Klein. I was right the first time. It wasn't Hilfiger.
Oh my gosh.
Pitches out to 7. Corey Maggette, hard to the basket, gets fouled by Sprewell.
Oh, that's some
No.
That is
no.
some
If you
not
just Calvin Klein
sportsmanlike
court Knicks. Calvin Klein court
behavior.
Court Knicks.
Knicks. That's and I searched the what's it called? The images and you find it. There we go. Kid. Oh wait, no.
That's a kid running
Go
onto
to
the court.
God damn it.
We're so close. We're
We're
almost
getting
gonna
Just
land.
the images. I don't know if there was video of it. It might have
Oh.
been like during a commercial.
Oh.
Where the hell? You don't have images in your thing? You don't like pictures
Just type images
More?
and search.
and more?
And more. Okay. Image.
There we go.
is.
Okay.
There he is. He just wandered out and started talking to Latrell Sprewell. And he had to be escorted out of the arena. He's just like, hey man, what's up? There's some pictures before he gets escorted out where he's like, ah. Or at least I remembered that picture in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Nope.
here it is.
No video though.
No, not that I remember. Let's see. Getty Images.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh my
Here we-
gosh.
Oh, wait. Sound like you got something.
I got here. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
I don't know if that will work. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh. He just needs to be. It looks like he's talking to the ref and trying to explain his position to the ref. He's like, that ball is
This
so
is just like a
orange."
perfect. It's just such a perfect like
Oh, it's so
Renaissance
good.
photo. It's like he just looks
faces.
so secure in why he's on the court. He's just like he's like the uncomfortable touching. Like it's just perfect.
Oh, he is. He's touching the
He's
basketball
touching
players.
Latrell Sprewell's arm.
Bobcat
Yeah.
nails it. Hey, man, I should have that basketball. Why don't you hand that over to me? It's me, Calvin Kline.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Maybe he wants to talk about how it has trailers when it bounces or something.
Trailers?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like you're high and see trails?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like, in a world where this ball bounces. You won't believe how far it could go. I believe I can fly.
You know, that is Callie's favorite.
Her favorite song?
Her favorite meme. Like one of her friends sent her a meme, sent her this little video with this cat that just totally fails halfway through a jump, and so
Oh,
every now
apparently
and
the
song.
reason why you kept getting video of a little kid running on the court to hug Carmelo Anthony is because that kid was was arrested and charged because of the law that, or the internal policy that the Knicks created when Calvin Kline went out on the court.
Oh,
And so-
wow.
The kid wound up suffering for
In accordance with Calvin's law, we're afraid you've been arrested.
In 2003, the Knicks created the Calvin Kline law after fashion designer Calvin Kline walked onto the MSG floor in an attempt to talk to Latrell Sprewell.
Oh, my God.
The law says that anyone who breaks it will be arrested and fined.
Wow.
Breaking news. Quibi says senior execs taking 10% pay cut. Denies it's making layoffs. That's in other news, Death Star announces 10% reduction in pay.
Only 10% will keep that going?
After unfortunate internal accident, which is being way overblown by the press.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Queebs.
Queebs.
Ah,
queeb,
the
queeb,
queebs.
queeb.
I mean, that's the problem, is that now it's barely even like talked about, right? Like at least before when it was being mocked, it was like, oh, this is this thing. And now that it's buried under like HBO Max and shit like that, it's not even new baby.
Hey, can we is now the right time for us to like full on just ruin our relationship with Twitch and just pirate a bunch of queeby shit?
Just
Show it.
full on walk
Just
onto the
full
court
on.
and start talking to Latrell Sprewell
Yeah,
like he's our
I think
friend.
that'll be a problem, Brian.
I don't know.
So
Hold on. Let me see.
I mean, what do you want to do?
I think you should just reenact it. Like you guys are better actors than that, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do that.
Bury me with my golden arm.
you-
Say it.
So speaking of acting, when's the movie coming out that you guys were?
Oh. Soon, right?
Yeah.
Tijuana Jackson movie.
God, now all I want to do is start a whole series where all we do is reenact Quibi episodes.
Oh.
Like just give us the scripts and we'll do community theater versions of Quibi.
Okay. That's the
so-
chat realms.
And that'll
job
be
to
it
get the
all the
scripts.
time. Like just us.
Tijuana Jackson, Purpose Over Prison, released July 10th, 2020. For the record, we don't know if we made the final cut, so we might not be in the movie at all, but we are going to assume that we are. And we need to get Romney on before it comes out, but it will be available in the highest possible way that it can these days. Major motion pictures released all the time, day and date on VOD these days. The new Judd Apatow movie coming out this week, just the same exact way that Purpose Over Prison.
Wow. How about
Yeah.
that? Wouldn't that be kind of interesting? Because you got to really.
Shit, wait a minute. Are we listed in the IMDb? We are.
Yeah, I think we are.
Brian Brushwood,
Yeah.
parolee number 2.
Number 2.
Justin Robert Young, parolee number 1.
I
Look
mean,
at
you've
that.
always been the number 1 parolee.
I'm lower on the IMDb for the record.
Yeah, but-
You're actually the first in the other cast category. You're the first guy without a face. We should put faces on
Why
so
don't
we
we
can
put
have.
faces?
Totally should. Boy, what a weird ass collection here. Tijuana Jackson, Hack the System, Night Attack, and Dance Showdown.
Oh
A classic Brian Brushwood collection of projects that he's done.
You know, I'm actually up there. I don't have a picture. Somebody stuck me on there for Night Attack.
Yeah,
Oh?
I have.
No, apparently not.
I'm only an actor
Here we
in
are.
Tijuana Jackson, Purpose Over Prison, and Game On, but I'm appearing as myself in in This Is Wrestling, the Joey Ryan story,
Oh.
and BitTorrent News, live at the 2016 Republican and Democratic National Conventions.
Please
As
tell
a
me they
lead
have a
actor.
picture of you wearing a Charizard suit.
No. I do have to put. We got to figure that out.
Oh, that's Callie's favorite, by the way. Charizard is the one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did you show her me talking to people at the Republican convention in the Charmander suit?
I didn't, but I should. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's
I mean, I
a
don't think she's gonna understand anything, but well, I mean, Pokemon Go. I'm mostly talking about Pokemon Go, so
there you have it.
I'm talking about Pokemons.
She is actually surprising me. She's playing Minecraft and she's getting kind of good. It's weird.
Mhm.
And I don't really know that there's any point to it. Like, if she was putting this into learning the bones of the body, then she could be a doctor by the time she's like Doogie Howser's age. But instead, she's just like, oh, well, if you put this and this and this on the Minecraft table, then you get this. And I mean, what's the purpose of that, though? Like, is that good training or bad training? Should I fill her life with something?
I mean, it's probably better
Useful?
than me just memorizing all the Ninja Turtle characters. Like, it certainly is at least some kind of functioning to understand that thing plus thing plus thing in a programmatic language equals another thing.
Yeah, well, she just recreated the Barbie dream house, and it was amazing.
Sorry, like note for note, completely perfect recreation,
I
or
wouldn't say it's perfect, but when you see it, you're like, oh, that's Barbie's house. Like, holy crap.
question.
Yeah.
Would you allow her to be a YouTuber?
She wants to be a YouTuber.
That wasn't
That's
the question.
all she wants.
Question
to do.
was,
Would
you
I allow her?
it?
I think she's destined. So I would allow her.
You can't stop it.
I can't stop it. She talks, she narrates through the whole thing, and
I mean,
she's like really clever on it. So
it's one of those things where it's like, the last time I told somebody no to being a YouTuber, he dyed his hair red. Next thing you know,
yeah.
he's got 1 million subscribers.
I mean,
That name was Casey Kasem.
I think there's
Yeah.
plenty of I think there's plenty of people that are already locked in Minecraft. Like, there's no use for another Minecraft person, you know.
You think it's too late?
Well, you know, at her age 7.
What about Roblox?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, she's crazy for that. Actually, I hated that game until I realized that you have all these different little games within the game.
Yeah.
And now I get the appeal to it. So I'm okay with her playing
And the appeal
knockoff
is
version. Is that there's like little story challenges and games that you don't get in Minecraft to that extent. And you get to dress up your character like a doll, sort of. So for a little girl, that has a lot of appeal. But she plays both.
All right. We are. I need your permission. Last of Us Part 2. Can we buy it the day it comes out and
Yeah.
play it?
Yes, you and Josie are going to play it. I think it. That's
What?
happening. Huh?
What?
Oh, just it's dark and she she likes to be the boy you didn't have. So yeah, let's play these blood and guts games and stuff. So that's fine.
The reviews seem, I guess they're leaking out elements of the review, but it seems like it's a rave, right? People are loving it.
Yeah, I mean, the first one was amazing, and I would imagine the second one would be as well. Like Naughty Dog is not in the business of screwing up their epic franchises in general.
Yeah, I mean, all the stuff that I only tangentially follow this video game stuff, but you know, it seems as if people were like, oh yeah, by the way, the leaks, you think you know the leaks, you don't know shit about the leaks. Like, it is fucking awesome. Also, I can't talk about it, and they're probably gonna sue me just for saying it's good.
Shit, we did it. It's an hour. We were happy. We had a happy hour.
Yeah, baby.
A beady bop it up boo.
And you're happy now.
Yeah, man. Thank you for everybody who joined us. There we go. Oh dear, that's loud. That's fine. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for letting us get weird last night. We got, I don't know, we got thoughtful. Sometimes we do that.